There have been several other states that have piqued interest in this law. And as I travel around the country speaking about this law and telling people my passion and dedication to get this passed in every state, I'm happy to say that shortly after this speech here today, at 1 o'clock, I will be doing a press conference with 2 New York senators that are introducing my law to the state of New York. So New York will be the next state. New York will be the next state to draft. I've already read the bill that they've drafted. It's very, very exactly similar to, it's going to be called Erin's Law. It's very exactly similar to my law. The only minor changes is they also focus on human trafficking. I'm assuming that might be a huge problem here. That's something else they're going to add into the curriculum of educating kids. And so I'm happy to see that other people, I reached out to the senator, and I'm happy to see that the senator responded immediately here in New York and decided to do something about this and realize that these kids need to be educated. We need to protect them. But none of this, as I say, could be possible without the people like yourself in this room. Whether you're that prosecutor, whether you're that judge, whether you're that cop, whether you're that person that works and sees the child for the very first time in the Children's Advocacy Center, that therapist, that DCFS worker, Child Protective Services. Whoever you are, you're in this room because you care about this silent epidemic. You care about the innocence of children. And I often tell people, it's the people in a room like this, people like yourselves, that are the most blessed people God has put on this earth. Because I know there's days, day in and day out, there are times where you're sitting there wondering if you're doing enough, if your job matters, if you're doing enough for these kids, or that case that falls through the cracks when you know this perpetrator is getting set free. And I can tell you that you are making a difference. To not give up on these kids, because these kids need people like yourselves. There's not enough people in this world that will look at this issue the way people in this room do. I can guarantee you, you're going to have someday, you stay in this field long enough, that little Erin like myself, come back, walk into your office, walk into your department, walk into your courthouse, and thank you for what you did in their life. I walk back into my CAC, thanking them, becoming a volunteer, doing the Chicago Marathon to raise money for their center because they're nonprofits. Just the simple gesture, as I walked out of my CAC, being handed a teddy bear, the simple gesture of being able to give a child that comfort and knowing that they have nothing to be ashamed of, giving them the courage. While you may not think it's making a difference, it's making a tremendous difference in a child's life. And as I say, if you ever have that moment where you're doubting yourself, I can guarantee you that that child, if you stick with it long enough, will come forward and thank you for what you're doing in their life.